Twitter has temporarily restricted President Donald Trump's campaign team from tweeting. It was in response to a video of a Fox News interview with Trump where he made false claims about COVID-19. Links to the tweet now arrive at this page. Twitter says the post violated its rules on COVID-19 misinformation, and the owner must remove it before they can tweet again. The campaign appears to have complied. Hours earlier, Facebook also removed the same video from President Trump's main page. It was the first time that Facebook removed one of Trump's videos. Mike Hanna has more from Washington, D.C.
Well, President Trump stated in that phone interview with Fox Television, that children are almost immune from COVID-19, or virtually immune, he said as well, at a different stage. Now, this is clearly and patently false. The Centers for Disease Research, the CDC, says that some 250,000 children have contracted coronavirus, and at least 6 have actually died of an acute inflammatory situation stemming directly from COVID. So this is clearly incorrect. But what has got to be looked at as well is the context that President Trump has used this phrase, virtually immune. He has done it before in public on a number of occasions, and the context is his absolute insistence that schools must open in the US in their entirety. He does not want virtual education. He wants all the classes to open at the beginning of the new school year, because he argues the economy cannot revive unless children are back in school, freeing their parents to go to work. So this is the context of these repeated falsehoods being made by President Trump with regard to children and COVID-19.
Rob Pecoraro is a freelance tech writer. Now, he believes the pandemic is playing a part in changing Facebook's approach.
We're up to 157,000 Americans dead from this disease. That's part of it. I think also Facebook, historically, over the last few years, we've seen they do not want to upset too many people around the president, to the extent where a very pro-Trump but inaccurate news source like Breitbart does not get banned, does not get blocked, gets a privileged spot in the Facebook News tab on their mobile app. And they have gotten a lot of criticism, including from a lot of Facebook employees who are not happy with the way Facebook has tried not to give offense to the president and his supporters. It is a business. Advertisers don't want to be in a place that I would assume that having a site overrun with conspiracy theories would not make it advertiser friendly. I don't think this is going to draw too many people away from Facebook. The complaints people have about it, I was just writing about a survey the other day of customer satisfaction where the #1 complaint was privacy, not is Facebook mean to conservatives or not. It is definitely true that some of the same people in that House committee hearing who accused Zuckerberg and the other executives of being biased against Republican voices will have another talking point. Even though actual evidence of that bias, I haven't seen it. Trump seems to have done very well using Facebook as a megaphone. He certainly has an immensely large audience there.